Welcome back to Gator Snapper playthrough of Genshin Impact. Last we left off, we've been following fucking suspects the whole time. And now, finally, I'm gonna actually be able to beat somebody up. So, let's see. I see. Oh, okay. I was like, why? Okay, why didn't you just put the fucking waypoint in the water to begin with? Why did you tell me to go to the beach, Paimon? Hold on, do I have a waypoint near it? Haha, I'm 5 feet closer now than I was before. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is actually the first time on stream or recording that I've been swimming through the water. It's so fucking pretty. I love this. At first, I was like, man, the Fontaine map's really small, and now it makes sense why it is so small. This makes up for it. It's really pretty, though. I love Fontaine so far. Same with, like, the first time I ran into Sumeru. I was like, ooh, new things. Oh, so we talk underwater. I didn't expect that was how that was going to happen. I love that there's the echo effect. Are we, like, thinking at each other? How are we doing this? They don't want it to stand out. Nope, we're definitely talking underwater. We've gained water speak. I want them to sound like blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do it quick because I don't think she's gonna be able to. Oh, cool, we get tandem cutscenes. Let's go. Let me hear about how Navia is doing.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit?
No, I don't even live here.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court
Yeah.
system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something.
And this is why the court system in Fontaine doesn't work.
I did hear that people who have been charged can.
Oh wait, he probably organized this himself so that he could get into a duel.
In which case, as long as I accept the charge,
You fucking
I can
idiot.
have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorent, right?
Good thing he's a himbo, at least for the Fontaine law and order system. I guess it's better for the synth operators.
Last time, she was obviously holding back.
Oh god, and Fossilors is here too. Hey!
Understand. You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Too bad. It's in your laws.
Like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
Oh, child.
No.
This is really showing that Fiorina's gonna be a shit character. Doesn't even like to fight. Not even good at it. Yeah, this is the best stalling we could have asked for. Tartaglia will just keep it going for us.
The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearance.
Even Neuvillette has to understand that this is stupid.
Had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong
Yeah, we've got like so many people coming in being like, this is kind of stupid.
Why is she interjecting again?
Why are you bitching about it? Last time she did that. Yeah, see, last time she did that, it made for a good court case.
You've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness.
Guess what I'm gonna do this time? We're gonna break the law. I mean, we're gonna tell you the eyewitnesses.
Oh, please.
Am I technically breaking the law with what I'm doing?
Any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
Oh, don't say that in front of Fossilor, she'll
We
cry.
can put the discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
I'm glad they could interject my ability to fight things with more dialogue.
Innocent by default, correct?
That is how our stupid court case works.
Charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating.
Damn.
Well, I'd
Child.
gotten bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway.
Damn.
So I'll take you up on that offer.
Just one person in the audience is just like, that man up there is real attractive.
You may take a seat.
I call him as guilty of being a looker.
Have been lifted.
Oh my god. They just let him go off into the audience.
Who is the person you would like to charge instead?
I'm having to think about it until the Traveler breaks in. Oh, I'm playing as Navia? Okay, well, do I just say Marcel? Okay, Marcel.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières. Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
What do you mean?
I've heard of them.
That's like saying, like, I've never heard of Amazon, which is possible, but still stupid.
Be a friends to enemies type situation.
Oh, y'all are the worst. Newfoundland must hate it too. He's like, God, audience, shut the fuck up. We have a trial to do.
Legal responsibilities associated with it.
Yeah, that means they have to pay me a lot to be their lawyer.
May also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation.
Yeah.
Knowing this, do you
Can't be
still
that hard to win in a duel, right?
I do.
Oh.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid.
Woo.
Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your
I
places
was
on the court.
really wanting to go through the dungeon and fight things, but I think I'm going to be stuck here for a bit playing as Navia. Shocked and confused Marcel is brought to the stands. Hooey.
You will not require
I bet I'm going to have to do this whole fucking trial. The Traveler barges in like, I have the clue, and then we're going to go back in time and go through the rest of the fucking dungeon, which is a pain in the ass. But I guess it's probably for, like, plot reasons.
very well. In that case,
It's probably because, like, as you're going through the dungeon, you would have found out and been like, oh my god. Oh, they could have just done, like, a cut to black where it's like, oh my god, it's
To the
true.
case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that
Do not
case,
use big words like elucidating. People in the audience don't understand what that means.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father?
Yeah.
Come on. Why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember, both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard
He
the
said it
sound.
again. Not the two sounds of a
That's not
gun.
make me a suspect. Wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
Yeah, we actually had several people that we were
there's
going
no
through.
point in getting into the specifics right now.
Oh, y'all
The
suck.
audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some.
Karina, sit down and shut up. Don't interfere.
I must refresh
Okay,
everyone's
no,
memory
I
of that case
fine, we'll do
before
this
I can
stupid
explain my
lineup.
charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded.
Good
by
thing
Miss
Nouvellette just
Navia.
remembers this shit offhand. Alright. Oh, yeah. I have to refute him? Oh,
Spina de
man.
Ursula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jean, lay dead from a...
Alright, let's go solve this case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger.
That one's an easy one to refute.
In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Wait, so there was still a fourth person involved? The true culprit?
Of course.
Or did they just go to the corpse and just, like, spritz it a little bit? Murdering in Fontaine's gonna be easy once that's found out.
Visit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Alright. Let's see, where do we start? Should we just start by saying... Actually, wait. Identify... What? I could just cheese this, I guess. Let's see, they heard 2 gunshots. I see it's highlighted. That's important. According to the investigations, Callus, who had a motive to kill, murdered Jacques for his betrayal. But is that really true? Well, Callus didn't have a motive to kill. Should we just do that? There we go. Refute.
Testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet.
Yeah, so
However,
he's
in
guilty.
the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with Callus.
Like, how do we
hoping to
prove
seek the
that?
latter's protection.
I guess... Did his...
Unfortunately for Jacques,
Because even his family wasn't certain about... Well, I guess... Did... I don't remember. Point towards the possible existence of a third person on the scene. That seems pretty... Isn't that what we were saying? Like, we know Callus didn't bring a gun, and we know that there's a third person on the scene. Are we saying there's a fourth person now? What if I say water here? Nope. What is this? Callus's case records, clothing of an unknown person. Yeah, there we go.
this assassin
But I thought
first
they
shot
even
Jacques,
said there was a
then
third
turned to
person.
shoot
I don't know.
Only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Yeah. And then The guard's investigation did not recover any other firearms. The first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. That's... let's see. He didn't carry a gun with him. No, guard mechs, none other... I don't know, water. Aha! If I start with water all the time, it'll be right eventually.
They were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But since it
Oh,
was raining that day,
whoops.
the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Yeah, that guy is just gone.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was
So I guess the true
responsible for
culprit just
Jacques'
came
death.
back later and
This
washed away
is
the
true
body.
version of events.
It's still really hard to, like, prove that, isn't it? Because, like, I don't know, everything we have is, like, more or less circumstantial, right? Because, like, okay, primordial water exists. How do we prove that it was used to, like, make the body disappear? I guess just bringing it up as a potential question is enough. I don't really know how Law and Order works.
Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea?
Yeah, y'all been getting high off of it for years.
Great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respected motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime.
No, I think she's right. I mean, for that part of it, it doesn't affect Marcel at
I
all.
agree with everything Navia just said.
Oh, yeah, it does, because we're blaming him for dissolving the body.
Directly implicated me.
Yeah.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have...
Aha. See, what I was saying is true. Okay, I'm glad I didn't seem like an
I'm
idiot.
afraid not.
Yeah, we didn't have any evidence to
Not
back
at
it
this
up.
very moment.
But I'm sure the Traveler is having a cool fight.
Have any evidence? You should just go home.
I could just throw something at you.
But I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time,
Does that work?
we'd be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearance,
We would have to know what everyone was wearing that day. What are you talking
All
about?
missing persons from around
Okay,
that
never
time,
mind. That's true.
regardless of age or
Someone
gender.
had to have gone missing.
That makes sense
From
to me.
Fontaine, no less.
Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction. Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's butthurt from last time.
herself again. Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen.
Thank God. She's grown. That's her character arc. That's her entire character arc. We don't have to care about the rest of it.
If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court?
That's the hardest one to talk about. It's just like, he just didn't feel like it.
A defense.
He had
And
sickness.
the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to
It's
him.
awfully convenient. That's what I'm, as far as like evidence goes. That's like, oh wow, he didn't want to bring it up because he didn't want to embarrass himself in front of his daughter.
My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
How do you know that though?
If the
That's
secret
another
was
thing
that
you need
bad,
evidence. Like,
the
how can
culprit
you,
would have fought in
how can you
all-out
prove
war
that
with
she was
Spina
going to be
right
the next
there and then.
target?
I wouldn't have been
Like,
the only one in
definitively. You
danger.
could say that, like,
All
okay,
the
yeah,
others
they
stood
would have been
to
a
his
target if
own
he,
eyes.
like, tried to expose
Of
the
course,
truth, but,
the
like,
guards might eventually figure out
uh.
the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right.
but as we know, Law and Order works
What
slow
would that
and
do?
shittily.
How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of
True.
justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist.
Are you saying that our court of law is shit? Says the man with a giant pompous
I
wig,
was able to become Spina di Rosula's
caked in
president.
white powder
They
makeup.
target as
I believe our law system is rather quaint and working very well for us. And he just falls over dead.
and restore my father's truth and honor back to him. So, you mean to say your father
die in the duelist's ring?
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course.
He was sick,
All you
I
need
guess.
is to ask
Oh,
his
yeah.
opponent, Clarand.
Damn, this is dramatic.
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you,
You'd think the crowd would be all over this to begin with. They'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, this trial is sick. It's got twists and turns all over the place.
Did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yeah, did he fight all out?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives.
But I could tell by fighting him he was honorable and actually innocent. I just never told anybody about it.
Faintest hope
Oops.
to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look. and
She
I could
really is
tell
like
if they're
executioner,
looking to
isn't
live,
she?
or if they're looking to
Damn.
die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Damn, it hurts to hear.
That's your testimony. I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur.
Yay.
However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
I said
What
water.
she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning.
I don't know, you kept saying something about 1 bullet. Although I'm worried that now, since everyone else has been bringing up 2 bullets, there's a chance that might not happen. Although that whole... My original thought of like how that could have been overlooked by him was if he was the one that took a shot and then turned into water, and like he missed the second point, or the second bullet.
You proved that I was the only person present at both events. On top of
No,
that,
there are a lot of
does a person
people.
have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor
We
this?
haven't invented cameras yet, actually. Oh, damn. Get fucked, Navia. We're still kind of winning.
With that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter?
Ew,
If
gross.
I were to dismiss this completely,
You're like an uncle at
I think
best.
I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you
Ew.
a lesson.
Ew. I
You know
don't
what
like
the
that.
biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're
He's the
gonna
type
tell
they call
me
people
anyways.
Discord kitten.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was
He's from
young,
Snezhnaya.
and work in some
He's a
sort of
villain.
business only thrived when I received
Everyone from
license.
Snezhnaya is a
But
villain.
the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in
You
Fontaine.
joined in on the business. What do you want?
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time.
I mean, he could have been a pro. It could have all just been a Fatui thing.
Something to appease the unspeakable anguish
We can
in your
always
heart.
blame the Fatui.
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
Oh my god.
At this rate,
Every time I hear the crowd, they're just so
I
annoying.
think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings.
Sir, you're introducing emotions into this case?
And to
Stop
rushing
it.
headlong into things. You'd have met met most of his expectations.
Isn't like this is a type of thing you wouldn't be able to do in a normal court? Just be like emotionally attacking the defendant, or no, we're the prosecutor right now.
And the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them.
Yeah, now they're water. They just been turned into water.
Lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes.
Hell yeah, pathos right back at
You
him.
and the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Whoa. Haha, you reacted, you dumb
So
bitch.
you do know that name.
Unfortunately, we don't know that name.
Surprise, you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
People don't go like, ugh, when they hear that. Oh, do we actually have a way to tie it? Oh my god, I can finally kill people. Thank god. Oh yes, we have actual things to kill. Let's go. Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm just gonna fucking annihilate you real quick. I can use my high-level good team. It's so exciting. It's mainly Wanderer. Wanderer is how I... God, yeah, see how much quicker this is going than how it would have on my own account? It's so wonderful. Yeah, my Wanderer is like fucking great. I love him. He deals so much damage. Yes, it is Paimon, but I can go up faster. Yeah, easy. That's how we speedrun it. Haha. Maybe if you're not a person that can fly. Oh no, I can't make it. No! Damn. Alright, whatever. What did Paimon say? Find a thing. Ah, swim. Ew, if I swim, that means I have to fight without cool abilities. Yeah, I remember I was playing on my old account, I was like, I don't want to fight anybody, but that's because I couldn't deal damage. Now that I'm strong, I'll fight everything. There's only a few things I fought so far that have really kicked my ass, and it's mainly been sea creatures. Because like I said, fighting with the fucking abilities that I have underwater, it's kind of miserable. Ooh, and we're gonna beat the shit out of this one. I love Dia's fucking ulti. Although my Dia's not amazing, so she doesn't do a shit ton of damage, but it's just like the aesthetic of punching the shit out of somebody is just really fun. You say after all that, but that didn't take long at all. Just saying. This would be a weird place for the Mastermind to just hang out. Actually, he just like piles all of his shit here in the dirt. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, he's being charged in a trial right now. I agree, and if you switch me back to the trial right now, I'm going to be really upset. Even though all I'm going to be doing here is, like I said, finding one piece of evidence to be like, oh my lord, it's him.
Looks like some kind of place for research.
Looks like a table with a fire hazard, if you're asking me. Jacob Ingold. That's definitely not a Fontaine name. Doesn't seem like a Schneznaya name either. I would assume it would be Mondstadt. Why are they trying to see if someone can come back from the water? I had mistakenly assumed that they could already do that. Ugh. And why specifically women? That's the other question. Yeah, it does remind me of one scene from... Oh, I don't remember what the anime was called. Oh, it's called like Brunhilde or something. But it's about like a bunch of girls that were like experimented on and something to do with aliens, I thought. Oh, wait. Oh, the goal of the research was to save his lover, named Vignier, who was dissolved. Interesting. But yeah, no, in Brunhilde, if that's the name of the anime, I don't remember. They're all like experimental subjects, and then when they got captured, they'd be like melted. And I was like, oh, that's fucking freaky. Or it's like if they didn't get the drug they needed, I think, to stay alive. I say drug, but I mean technically it's a drug in the pharmaceutical sense. Yeah. I hate how they gave him like a fucking like reasonable objective. Why did I say objection? They gave him a reasonable objective. I fucking did it again. But where it's like, oh, he's doing it because he's a good guy trying to save his wife. It's like, no, just make him a fucking mad scientist, evil bastard, and I don't care. He is the researcher. So, what was the girl's name? Vinaigrette. She was turned into water in the fountain. He signed off on a bunch of experimental reports. Oh yeah, Vignier was the one in the fountain. Dr. Freeze. Oh, it is Dr. Freeze. I want him to start making water puns now. Since this is the water version of Dr. Freeze, this is Dr. Wet, Dr. Moist. There must be more to this than meets the eye. Okay, we got more evidence to throw in. Alright, time to continue researching into Dr. Moist's lab. Oh, hey, this is actually a piece of evidence, I guess. What is up with this? It looks like weird, like, Nickelodeon slime coming from the water. Oh, that's water from the primordial sea? Ew. I didn't think it'd be so goopy. And it just boils up here. Damn, we're cracking this case wide open real normally. Real quick, god damn it. Sorry, a lot of the time I am talking and I'm also reading. I'll intersect, like, words from what I'm reading into what I'm saying. Alright, there we go. That's primordial goo, and this last shelf should be it as far as evidence goes. I find that hard to believe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably related to his and Jacques' case. Hmm.
It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information.
Funny how it comes full circle, since that information was us being told what the location of the base was. Hell yeah, go Callus. Too bad you're dead.
Whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur.
Oh.
Let's send someone to
wait. Are we reading like an IM chat? How do we have a response here? Is it letters?
Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. They planned this well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. We've seen eviler things. Look at my sister. She's running the abyss, and that's like the bad place. Who really is Vacher? If it's Marcel, I'm gonna kind of be disappointed. Neverlet.
Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago.
Is Vacher maybe a Shneznayan name? Because your boy Marcel did say he was from Shneznaya, but Marcel is not a Shneznayan name because it doesn't sound Russian. Then again, I don't know if Vacher sounds Russian. It sounded French to me. It's not enough. Let's look again. Wait, do I actually... Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Is there actually more evidence? Oh, fuck. Let me just do this again, see if it's something different. Okay, so we're just double checking, I guess. Yeah. After some time. Hopefully I don't have to deal with everything. Maybe I got lucky. No. I guess we found nothing of interest here. Wait, where's Vinaigrette's clothes? Shouldn't those be here? Oh, I found it. I guess I got lucky picking this one. I found the actual evidence. Oh, the very obvious journal.
Isn't that Vacher's lover's name?
Yeah. They be fucking.
You found her diary.
Mmm.
Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story.
She made a list of baby names. Ew, what a weird hobby. What a freak. Oh, I can't read to that. What is that? Luat. That's the name. How do we know they're baby names? They could be murder names. Actually, what if they're people that have been kidnapped? Oh no, never mind. Yeah. I don't think he's that old. I figured it out. Let's go, Paimon.
Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
I guess I have enough to go off of, so cool. Me as the player, I'm not too certain. But whatever, we'll figure it out.